for tuning in to the HOA Beat. I'm Cindy.
And I'm Jennifer.
We are with Key Community Management. So we have a topic today we thought would be interesting to talk about. There's a blog on our website, actually, that is entitled, Is Your Homeowners Association Picking on You by Sending Violation Letters? Great question.
Absolutely.
Many people feel that way. Great question. So the answer is no.
Yeah.
And I would say the reason for that is because homeowners associations have covenants and restrictions, and they're designed to help maintain and enhance your property value. That's really the overall goal. So by sending violation letters, it helps the community standard to be raised and to beautify the overall appearance of everything. So Jennifer, tell us a little bit about how our company does things to try to rectify violations.
Well, I can start by saying that when we get a new community, we want to basically warn everybody that we're going to be riding around and we're going to be looking for reoccurring violations that the board has noted, things that are of concern. So we do send a letter, a courtesy letter, explaining these are the things that we're going to be looking for. For example, overgrown yards and power washing, mold on the side of your home, trailers parked, tires on the grass, whatever it is that the board is looking for. So we'll type it up, we'll put it in a nice letter, we'll mail it to you, give you about 30 days, and just let you know that these are the things that we're going to be looking for. And in approximately 30 days, that time comes, we ride around, we look for these things, the things that are in your governing documents that the board has noted that is becoming a problem in the community. And if it becomes a problem, then it's going to bring down your overall property value. And nobody wants that. I know I don't. So these are the things that we're going to be looking for and enforcing. And once the letter goes out, people, they look for us. We do the letters. And if you are in violation, then your first letter will go out. You'll be warned, basically. And then if you don't comply, you go to a hearing. There's a hearing stage where you meet before the board, and they discuss, why you were in, why you had the violation and how you plan on correcting it, and your timeline. And basically, that communication with us is what the hearing's for. We need that communication. We need to know why. We need to know what's going on. We need to know how you're going to fix it. And then, by North Carolina law, if it's not fixed, the board does have the right to fine up to $100 a day, which nobody wants, trust me. So
that's right.
We go from there.
That's right. That's good. And so with those letters, of course, we get phone calls from owners. An example would be, hey, my trash can's been there 8 years. I never got a letter. Why can't it stay? What's going on? So we say to that, we're sorry, but you pay us to enforce the covenants uniformly, and we say it's a new day. So everybody's getting a letter. And then the next question they have is, well, can you do that? Because it's never been done before.
Absolutely.
And you can. That's right. Even though something wasn't enforced previously, you can start enforcing it. And that's where we come in, and try to clean things up. And, it makes a real positive impact because neighbors talk and they begin to see, oh, if my neighbor's mowing its grass, I better mow my grass. And it's a ripple effect, and then just the results are positive at the end of the day.
Can you file a lien with your violations?
Okay, all right, so that's a good question. Can you file a lien if you have violation fines, I guess, on the account? So what is a lien? That's the first question. A lien, we work with a law office to file a lien. That just means that the communication now comes from the law office to the owner as far as what they owe. It means you cannot refinance or sell your home without satisfying the debt.
That's correct.
So that's a problem, right? So it's a big deal. It's important.
It's a huge problem.
Take care of that. We don't want a lien. I don't want a lien.
No, it's not good.
Not good.
No.
So, but the answer to, hey, can you file a lien just for fines? The answer to that question is no.
Not so much.
No. But if you have assessments on your account, that's when you can file a lien. And if you make a payment, it would first go toward any outstanding violations So the assessments would remain.
Right.
So that's how we move forward if something continues to accrue. And then, we always say to folks, the goal is to prompt compliance. We don't want to get $1,000 in fines from you. The association doesn't budget based on fine income.
Right.
But we want to get your attention to prompt compliance. So great question, great question. I heard there's some issues you recently encountered. We all have some days with character around here, and she had a couple of phone calls that didn't end up quite so well. Let's hear what happened.
Well, we had one phone call. I had sent a compliance letter out, violation, very simple. It was probably power washing grass, something to that nature. And the lady had called and was letting me know that she had gotten the letter and was thanking me for the letter and that she would comply and asked me to call her back and left a number. But after she left the number, she said, and I quote, "Do not call me on this line because I do not answer." So it kind of left me a little stumped. I had no email, obviously no phone number, so I was just basically waiting for her to
Thanks for calling.
call me back. Hopefully she would call me back, which to this day she has not called me back yet, but hopefully she will, so that I can ask her for a return number that works for her. So,
I say to that's 10 seconds of her life she lost, and probably at least 10 that you lost listening to that.
So, and then another one was, this was really good. You'll like this. This was good. So I'm calling an investment company which owns several properties, probably hundreds of properties within all of our communities. And I needed to get some information. I needed to talk to them about one of their tenants and some property issues and just get some contacts from them. And the only contact information I could find was the main line. So I called the main line and asked them to switch me to their HOA department, so that I could discuss the tenant issues. And the receptionist told me that they do not have telephones in their HOA department at all. That they only have cell phones for the employees, which is their own cell phone. And I said, well, that just seemed a little odd to me. And I said, well, then how do you communicate? How do I communicate? Oh, we communicate electronically. Everything's electronically. Email, text privately on their cell phone, and I said, well, how do I get you to contact them? Oh, I'll send them an email, is what she says. I'll send them an email for you. I said, well, I need to talk to somebody. I need to explain the situation. Well, I'm sorry, I can't do that.
I'm sorry, that's not going to happen.
So in the real world, that's just not, that doesn't fly.
It's not good.
That's not good. We can't communicate properly and it becomes a problem. So of course I said, really?
That's right. So thought for the day on that one is what not to do.
Yeah.
All right. So be the best homeowner you can be. Until next time, we'll see you.
Thank you very much. Have a nice day.